We met 3 years ago. I thought for sure I would get burnt, sitting beneath the hellishly pounding sun on that sweltering summer day. It's only ever on days such as those that we end up having lunch outside. Not just out of the house, literally outside. The heat was searing. I could hear the cry of seagulls from the restaurant's terrace. I remember that day clear as crystal. Ah yes, I have to say, the food here is spectacular. I love that they give you so much meat. Though I thought my gut exploded the first time I saw it. Would you say, son? Indeed, yes it is. By the look of your face, I say you're already feeling it. You're not gonna make it in this line of work without a big old stomach, son. Heh, I'm a huge fan of this country's food. One taste you'll never forget it. I'd like to bring the entire cuisine back with me if I could. Well, this is the first time we've seen you in how long you're talking about food? The first thing you asked when you arrived was, is the restaurant by the seaside still open, for goodness sake? Is your heart made out of stone? What, would you prefer we discuss the mundane? Why don't we talk about the market developments in our spices inventory? That's not what I meant. It's hot. My parents' relationship is on thin ice, but the air feels like it's on fire. It's much too hot. My dad loves this seaside restaurant. He actually specializes in fish, but he always asks for meat. Though always isn't very often. He's out of the country most of the time, so we rarely eat together as a family. For that reason, I could usually put up a little heat for a family gathering. Today, however, is awkward. Go on, son, dig in. You can't find food this good back home. As you say. Every course, the table is lined with meat, meat, meat. Even I'm starting to feel heavy in the gut. At this rate, I might turn into meat myself. What kind of meat would I turn into, though? I guess beef, maybe, if the meal keeps on like this. Just how much food are you planning to order? I can't believe you. Why did I ever marry you? Come now, we're out as a family. You decided to be a little more pleasant. And who do you think is making me unpleasant? Now. Now. Okay. From time to time our eyes met, but every time they do, we both avert our gaze. This goes on throughout the meal. My father invited him to lunch. Dad introduced him as his right hand, so I assume he's also a traitor. His eyes are somewhat narrow, his posture perfectly upright. He looks very no-nonsense and not especially affable. Frankly, he kinda scares me. Hey Dad, are we going anywhere after lunch? I figure since we're all together, maybe we could take a walk or visit someplace out of town. Oh yes, Actually, I got a letter to write after this. A letter to one of the bigwigs back home. So I'm planning to head straight back to the trading post. Okay. Can't say I'm especially surprised. Oh, what do you want me to do? It's work, it has to be done. If I could get an audience with him in person, maybe this wouldn't be necessary, but that's not possible. So I have no choice but to write a long, long letter. Oh yes, Pauline. If you're going on a walk, bring him along. I'm sure he's tired of putting up with me day in and day out. What? Oh no, I'm not. Oh, hold on now. Could you please leave Pauline out of this? She has things she needs to do too. And what's the big deal? You want to know about an area? Ask someone who lives there. That's the best way to learn. Besides, you'll stick out like a sore thumb wandering on your own, son. But I couldn't. You don't mind, do you, Pauline? Not at all. God, you're the most inconsiderate man. Mom says, then leans in and whispers to me, listen to me. Do not let your guard down on a foreign man. Okay. My father is, a matter of fact, a foreigner, and the man he brought to lunch is from the same country. This is a park. Indeed it is. It is a park. Okay. Very awkward. My assignment to show this man around town, to be honest, is going quite horribly. This is a park. No, just no. Can't you come up with anything better, Pauline? I don't know anything about the history of this park. In fact, I don't know much of anything about this town's history. I just sort of walk around every day, not really paying it much mind. Wouldn't someone much more knowledgeable make a better guide? I can't do it. Don't ask this of me. Also, he doesn't talk very much, and he's got this perpetually stern look on his face. It really does scare me. Don't worry, Mom. Your daughter won't mistakenly fall for a foreigner. Ironic. At any rate, regardless of how I feel, I'm still technically his guide. I've got to try a little harder. Though I know it won't be easy. And then, there's a fountain. There's a fountain. There's a part. There it is indeed. A fountain. There's a fountain. Again, no, seriously, Pauline. He has eyes. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a guide. Maybe my dad could show you around instead. No, don't worry about it. I think you're doing just fine. In fact, I'm sorry you got roped into this. I doubt you much enjoy having to walk around town beside someone like me. What? No, that's not it at all. Oh, is that so? I'm glad to hear it. Here's an idea. Or rather than guide me, how about this? Why don't you show me what you usually do, the places you normally go? Do you really want to see that? I prefer to see the town through the eyes of a resident. To see it for what it is instead of what makes good sightseeing. Alright then, I often get ham sandwiches from the shops near here. Having lunch in the wall by the fountain is the most wonderful thing. Look over there, see the butcher shop and the bakery next to it. I buy bread from the bakery, bring it to the butcher, get a few slices of ham, and put it on the bread. Wow. She invented sandwiches. Amazing. It's absolutely to die for. But you just had a huge lunch. I'm not getting one right now, so please don't think I'm as carnivorous as my dad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply any such thing. Jeez. Wait, hold on. Did he just smile? He did. It was a small one, but he did. He can actually smile. Being human, that should be obvious, but it's kind of strange seeing him do it. Maybe, just maybe, we would get along. Even just a little bit? Do you mind if I ask you a question? Sure, go right ahead. Do you tell me about your home country? I've asked Dad, but he won't tell me very much. Come on, how about it? I'm really curious. He probably doesn't know much about. He probably doesn't know very much of himself. What? About his own homeland? Some don't. But what do you... How about that fountain? I'd like to get a closer look at it. At the spot you say you like to sit? Okay. What was that just now? Did he dodge my question? Is there something there he doesn't want me to get into? From this angle, it looks like the fountain's sitting atop the ocean. Oh yeah, it does. It does. If you want, we can go to the beach. It's a straight walk from here. No, I like this view. The sea is a pretty color here. You can clearly see the white of the fountain upon it. The sea is a different color than the fountain? It is. In fact, the sea is often changing colors itself, but out on the water it can be easy to overlook. It can be the color of emeralds, or deep blue like sapphire, and almost black like obsidian. The sea has a face, and with it many expressions. I'd like to see that. Maybe I'll ask Dad to get him to take me out on his ship. You have quite the adventurous spirit. Not many women say they want to ride a ship. You think? I want to go everywhere I haven't been before. I want to see for myself that the world extends beyond this town. That's a fine ambition. Hopefully the time will come when anyone can have access to a ship with relative ease. He actually smiles quite a bit, I guess. We seem to be talking pretty comfortably too. He's a lot more friendly than he looks. He appears almost noble, the way he looks out to sea, his gaze steadfast and unwavering. Oh dear, that was close. He almost deceived me. He's a foreign man, I'm simply his guide. You mustn't think you've grown close to him just because you were able to hold a brief conversation. By the way, pardon me, yes? The outfit you're wearing. What, this? Oh yes, it's absolutely splendid. My dad brought it back for me. It's of a peculiar design with unusual accessories. The moment I saw it, I said, oh my. Oh my, I said. It's so pretty, I want to show it off to everyone. I see. Oh, it's just so magnificent. He actually has a decent eye for clothing. I guess he has more in that head of his than meat. Actually, I brought back that outfit. Huh? When I heard I was going to meet my boss's daughter, I thought it would be best if I brought some kind of gift. So I had a tailor imitate the style of my homeland. I'm delighted it's to your liking. What? Hold on a second. Yes? So you're saying that these clothes I'm fawning over were given to me by you and you had them made for me? Indeed. And completely oblivious, here I am wearing them now. And more precisely, you've been wearing them since lunch. Why did you say something before? This is humiliating. I want to bury my head in the sand. But I thought you liked them. I do indeed, but having never met you, I wasn't sure what colors you liked, but I was relieved to see you wearing them. They look nice on you. He says with a smile. He's always standing up perfectly straight, always looking stern and no nonsense, and he kind of scares me, but he's a gentleman. I'm going to change right now. Just take off my clothes now. What? I'm going to go change. I'll be back in 5 seconds. Just wait there. Only 5 seconds. That's so fast. 5 seconds is infeasible. Oh God, help me, Mom. I really need your help, because my heart just skipped a beat. For a forward man. Alright. Well, in the end, she just fell in love with him because he bought her some fancy clothes, I guess. I don't know, anyway. Alright, so I assume we go back to the present. Is that so? Very well then. Oh no, thank you for the information. I really appreciate it. And don't worry about me, I'll keep safe. Goodbye. Shortly before I arrived at the village, a beast appeared. It killed a number of villagers and then disappeared. Ever since then, the village hasn't been itself. There's a cloud of gloom hovering over it, fear visible in everyone's eyes. At first, I thought their fear was of the beast returning, but that's not quite right. The troubles of the beast are in fact still ongoing. Ah, Jeffy. Hey, I hear you were asking about that beast? Yeah. Talking about the beast is taboo. People are gonna push you away even harder now. Though I guess you are leaving in a few days. People going missing. Your beast problem is still going on, isn't it? Huh. After asking around, I'm beginning to piece things together. When the beast first appeared, you chased it away. However, later, the beast came back, killing villagers. After that, the beast disappeared, but villagers began disappearing too. Once a week, someone would just be gone. Even as the weeks passed, none of them ever returned. The people of the village think the beast is responsible. They think it's kidnapping villagers. I mean, that is true. That's right. This village is under the beast's curse. So you're better off forgetting about this place, and the savage beast that dwells nearby. You don't belong in a place like this. Go back to your hometown where it's peaceful. That's the kind of life you deserve. Javi. What? I want you to be honest with me about something. Where does... I won't tell you. Why not? You told me that you would know where the beast is, Javi. Interesting. I heard from the other villagers that you once chased the beast. You sure you didn't mishear him? No, I'm positive. You know where the beast ran off to, where its hideaway is. You chased after it, found its den, and then you came back. That's what I heard. Didn't you? Why did you keep that from me? When you told me about the beast, I asked you to tell everything you knew, or tell me everything you knew, Javi. But you brushed me off, saying you didn't know anything. Said that I should talk to someone else. When in reality, you know more about it than anyone else. Tell me why. Why did you hide that from me? What were you thinking? As you watched me frantically asking around the village for more information. Were you enjoying yourself? Tell me, why are you always so mean to me? Shut the hell up. Like I could tell you. I could actually tell you that. What did the village tell you about me? Did it go somewhere like this? That a kid couldn't even take revenge for his parents? Is a damn coward? I'm sure you heard that one plenty from everyone, and now you think that I'm a coward too. I don't. Yeah, it's true. I went after the beast. I chased it down the night it killed my parents. Hiding around the back, I saw it slip into the forest, so went after it, chasing it until it reached its den. I despised that bestial of everything I had. It murdered my mom and dad. It murdered my friends, the kindly priest, every decent person in town. I needed to get revenge for what it had done. It was my duty to bring retribution upon the beast that stole everything from me. So I tried to confront the bestia, but I couldn't do it. Not only could I not stand up to it, as soon as it turned around and I saw its eyes, its bloodshot eyes and black irises, I couldn't move. Javi, Yeah, that's right, I was a coward. I watched it as killed my parents. I even followed it home. But I couldn't do anything. Anything except run, flee, screaming in terror. That was all I could do. Javi, that doesn't make you a coward if the beast really was that terrifying. But I was supposed to stand up to it. That's what the rest of the village would have wanted. For someone to eradicate the bestia. When I came back having accomplished nothing. Everyone was so harsh. You coward. What did you even go out there for? Constant ridicule. When they just expected the little boy to stand up against the monster? I mean, it seems like everyone else is the coward here, you know? Anyway. What right do they have to? They really want him gone. They could all go together and... No one's got that kind of courage left. They're all waiting for someone else to speak up. Someone to stand up and say, let's go kill that beast. But no one has the guts to take that initiative. It could have been me, but the moment I fled back to the village in fear, I lost that qualification. You think that was just me being mean? Huh? That I didn't tell you where the beast dwells? Do you think that was just me harassing you? I've seen that beast. I know how scary it is. I know how dangerous it is. And you think I'll tell you where it is? I know good and well what you're thinking. That the guy you're looking for might have been taken by him. And you want me to go to its den to see if he's there. Knowing that, you really think I'd tell you? If you go, he'll kill you. You don't have any evidence anyway. Nothing that points to that guy being taken by the beast. But you don't need to put your life on the line for something like that. Something so uncertain. Even if by some chance he was taken by the beast totally that day when he, came by and knocked on the door and asked for food and everything and mentioned something about the knife and then, got killed by the beast or something like that. Even if that was the case, there's no way he'd be alive. That's what the beast does. No one comes back alive. But you came back alive, Javi. Which means there's no saying for sure either way. That's just because I ran away immediately, but even if you did manage to escape, that's all the more reason not to check the beast's den. I want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead. Somewhere in the little corner of my heart, part of me thinks that he might just actually be dead. I have to have faith. I'm so close to cracking, to thinking he won't ever come back to me. And why don't you just give up on him already? Without knowing for sure, I can't let go. I debate with myself forever, until I die an old lady, about whether or not he's still alive. That's how my life will end. You want closure. You want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead, right? And even if he is dead, you'll be satisfied just knowing it? Right. Which is why I want to at least follow any possible leads. There might not be anything saying he's there, but it is true that the remains of the ship he was on was washed up on this village. If you wander the area and end up at the beast's den, where he was killed, then I'll let go. So please, Javi, tell me where the beast dwells. Make this the last time. Huh? Even if you find no trace of him at the beast's den, even if you don't figure out whether he's alive or dead, you'll give up on your search for him. You'll assume he's dead. If you don't reach some conclusion, you'll just keep searching, keep going to dangerous places, keep putting yourself at risk. I want you to stop that. He's by the way, he's very mature for like a little boy, by the way. I don't know, I guess because of getting his parents murdered or something, I don't know. Very dark backstory, and therefore, I guess he's just very mature. Anyway, to stop, go back to your town, live a normal life. Settle on an answer. If you can promise me that, I'll tell you where the beast's den is. Okay, I promise. This will be the last place I look. 2 more things. First, I'm going with you. What? But I thought, isn't it dangerous? Exactly. Can't let you go alone. Javi, I have to go with you and make sure you don't do anything stupid. Alright, fine. And the other one is? You will not enter the den. You don't understand just how dangerous the beast is. It knows no mercy. It indiscriminately attacks any human it sees. So you can't let the beast find you. You just examine the den from the outside. And when you're done, back to the village. Understood? You need to promise me this. Okay. But promises are meant to be broken, though. What was that? Nothing. Alright, one more thing. Huh? I thought it was just 2 things. Well, this is less of a promise and more something that would be nice. I decided when we make it back to the village, I actually would like if you could take me to your hometown. Death flag! Death flag! Death flag! Javi. I'll figure out some way to get permission, and I'll do my best to not be a burden on you. I'm still just a kid, and there's not a whole lot I can do even in a better place, but I'm surprisingly skilled with my hands. If you have work with me, I'll do anything. So, there's that. Yes, of course I will. We'll go back to my hometown together and I'll show you all around. You get some great ham sandwiches there. We'll eat them together in the park. You know, a lot of references to ham sandwiches. They're like a plot device. Ham sandwiches. Very important. You told me that already. Are you ever not hungry, lady? You laughed. You just laughed, Javi. What? Whoa, back off. I did not laugh. Nope, you definitely laughed. You're kinda cute when you laugh, Javi. Come on, do it again. Go on, like this. Shut up, stay back. Stop it, don't touch my cheek. I want to see it again. I'm not your plaything. Anyway, we set out tomorrow. We will return before it gets dark. You will keep your promises. You will not do anything dangerous. Got it? Promise. Thank you, Javi. I don't need your thanks. Thank you. That thank you is not for him agreeing to tell me where the beast's den is, but because I can see that Javi's trying to save me. His care calms the turbulent waves that have been crashing inside me. I was always anxious. I always believed. I always thought I'd see him again. I also recognized that I was practically living a fantasy. I was just too stubborn to admit it. I certainly won't be able to change how I feel immediately. I'll probably continue loving him. Nevertheless, Javi's words resonate comfortingly with me. Comfortingly. I can see if, but vaguely, a new path, a new way of life appearing before me. Okay, so how old is Javi again? Because I'm thinking, no chemistry there. That's what he did for me. I will make this the last time. My final attempt to find him. No matter how the outcome, I will stop stubbornly believing he's still alive. And then I'll find happiness on a different path. Totally get a new boyfriend, I guess is what she's saying. So that's what I got from that. A new path, quote unquote. Anyway. Master. You have awakened. You gave me quite the startle. Do you not remember? You suddenly started staring off into the distance, so you not respond to anything I said. I thought you were playing a prank on me. Your hand? Oh yes, I did not let go of it. For if I had, we'd be in quite the predicament. Someone approaching the mansion, you say? You saw them. Those images were not shown to you by me. If you saw something, then it was by your own powers. Okay. So that's how they explain why sometimes we shift perspectives, maybe? To Pauline. Somehow that's not what the maid is trying to show you, but I guess you see them anyway? I don't know. But if you think about it, that is nothing unusual. You are, after all, the master of this house. You should, in all actuality, be able to do anything I could do by myself, master. So it is very possible you could have knowledge that I do not. Now, let us return to the mansion's tale. After the second beast paid a visit, Bestia began to destabilize again. The white-haired girl would soothe his heart, but the calm was only ephemeral. Ephemeral? It was like a cracked glass ball. If you dropped him, that would be the end. If you put too much force into handling him, he would shatter. He was very difficult to care for, and cracks do not heal. The damage still remains, even if the two sides appear to be held together firmly in place. I mean, I'm sure it was some, very powerful glue, maybe. No? Okay. Furthermore, they slowly, gradually, without intervention, spread. The beast appeared to be afraid of someone's voice. He would on occasion stare into empty space and shout, cover his ears and groan. One day he shattered all the windows in the mansion, crushed the silverware I had just polished to a shine, how rude, and destroyed all the mirrors. That's a lot of bad luck if you do that. I assume he did not want to see his beastly self. More. There's more. There's still more that reflects my image. Windows, mirrors, vases, dishes, they all show my reflection. What are you doing? I have no need of anything that reflects me. You can understand that, can't you? Why? You're going to cut your hands like that? Tracing the wall with her fingers, the white-haired girl approached Bestia. She stretched her spindly fingers out towards the beast's rugged hands. His hands were wet with blood from his frenzied attempts to destroy anything reflective in the house. Look at all these cuts. Stop. You're going to dirty your hands. Get back. No, I will not. It's no use. No matter how many times you call me human, the mirrors tell another story. Not just the mirrors. Everything reflected shouts beasts at me angrily. Look at how precarious I am. It's hideous. Pitiful. You thought it was all over when I protected you. I thought it was all over when I protected you from that beast. But that image keeps coming back to me. The sight of another beast clinging on to me. I can hear its voice. It says I was only ever a beast. Voice? Whose voice? So you don't know. So you can't hear it. You are fighting against something beyond the limits of my perception. Fighting? No. If only you were a fight. It speaks the undeniable truth. As I have said before, you are not a beast. You look like me, I'm certain of it. Your eyes. What? Your red eyes. They show you nothing. They show me what I am. They show me the difference between us. Are you afraid of my eyes? If my eyes cause you fear, if you can see them in your reflection, then you are welcome to destroy them. Rip them from me with your own hands. I have no need for them after all. Why would you go so far for me? You... The voice says that you're laughing at me, that deep down you ridicule me. Do you believe that? After all the time we spent together? I don't know. I'm starting to lose confidence. I believe you. I think I believe you. But I find myself wavering. I'm losing sight of myself, and of you, of everything. In all my memories, I'm a beast. The voice says I was always this way, which I suppose means I am a beast. I can't be anything but. Do not trust the voice. Trust me instead. I do not want to make another mistake. Do something like run away, because I am so weak-willed. Run away, you say. What do you mean by that? I do not understand this woman. She's so pure-hearted, so beautiful, like hope personified. I want to understand, to believe her. I was sure I could do it, but I keep failing. Why am I losing my grip on everything? Are words not enough to convince you? What? Are words not enough to convince you that you're not a beast? Then see for yourself, feel for yourself, that there is not but one difference between us. What are you doing? I assume our skin, our hair, and our eyes are different colors, but those do not count as difference. The only thing that differs between us is our sex. Oh, does it mean the H scene? I hope this is censored. Anyway, hold on. In his other shop, Bestia was frozen in place. Or rather, this is the maid actually. In his other shop, Bestia was frozen in place, and he was right to be surprised. The sound of rustling fabric shook the air in the forlorn mansion. She had placed her hand on the sleeve of her garments and begun to disrobe. Oh no. Oh no. Before long, gaze upon me. She was standing there completely undressed. How lewd. Her body was incomparably beautiful, slender and not an ounce of excess fat on her. The sight of her was impressive, almost divine. Even I let out a gasp when I saw her. See for yourself. This was the first time Bestia seen the white-haired girl unclothed. Though they slept in the same bed as I said before, they did not have a physical relationship. She grasped his unmoving hand and guided it toward her. She moved his hand across her flesh, along the curve of her shoulder down her arm, and pressed it against her chest firmly enough for him to feel her beating heart. Do you think this caused a stirring within him? Is there any man for whom the touch of a woman's skin would not? Well, I mean, you know, if the man is not into women, you know, or also just not into this particular woman, but anyway. Especially one so beautiful as her. Beauty is subjective, I would say. Anyway, however, he was not aroused. Why do you think that was? I don't know, he probably has some other things on his mind. Because the beast cannot lust after a human. I believe you know the answer. Ugh. Are you crying? Could you smile for me? What? I want to see your smile. Like this? I'm not sure I'm doing a good job. No, you're doing fine. Your smile is so pretty. It calms me, warms my heart. I think I know someone, somewhere, who has that same smile. Okay. You know, sometimes, you know, I was gonna say again, the maid, you know, I was like, he was not aroused. It's like, maybe he's just not in the mood, you know? So, anyway. Thank you for seeing me off. Don't mention it. I learned so much about this town thanks to you. You made my stay here quite enjoyable. What's the matter? You're looking rather glum. I wonder... Huh? I wonder why the sea exists. I was born in the port town, so it's always been there for me. This huge, never-ending, expansive, magnificent ocean. Far too big for a single measly little human like me to cross. It's so pretty. It is. I feel like I understand why you like the sea. But right now I can't help wondering why God created such an enormous sea. Why he didn't make the world smaller. Risa, why does that merchant guy look like Levi, you know, from Attack on Titan after one last growth spurt? Yeah. You know, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, yeah, he does look like Levi, actually. He even has the thing, you know, the little, what do you call it, a necktie or something? You know, makes it look fancy, I guess. It's probably the haircut. It's probably what it is. Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Not at all. I'll probably be back eventually. That's just part of the job. And will you have lunch in the seaside restaurant again? Quite likely. And I bet it'll be mostly meat too. Was your stomach able to handle it? I'll train up for next time. A lot of giggling. I can't help but think, like, when I try to like read the giggles, kind of like it comes off as very fake. You know, you can't. I don't know. I can't do fake laughter. It's weird. It's weird to just simply laugh and force yourself to laugh just for the script. I don't know. Your ship is going to embark soon. Yeah. Will people get mad you're not helping them prepare? Most likely. Then you should hurry off. Yeah. Pauline. I just wanted to thank you again. I appreciate you taking so much time to show me around. Is that all? No. I don't know why, but I was considering leaving without telling you this. I'd like you to tell me. I'd feel better if you turn me down. What? My homeland is only getting more isolated. Unlike your country, mine is not eager to associate with the rest of the world. I probably don't even have their patronage anymore. I wonder what his homeland is, actually. It's probably some kind of European country, if I had to guess. I don't know, it's England or something. What I'm saying is that I have absolutely no stability. I can't even say for sure whether I'll be back. So, you're right. There's nothing but obstacles. I'm sure my mom will be opposed as well. But I've fallen for you. It was that easy, just one date. Every time, in every piece of fiction, there's always just like after one date, suddenly you're professing your eternal love for each other somehow. I don't know. Anyway, the way you look staring at the sea, the shape of your lips when you smile at me, the kindness in your voice. The more I spend time with you, the deeper I fall in love with you. The whole world could separate us, and these feelings would not change. Well, damn, you beat me to it. If I waited, I don't think you would have ever gone to it. I'll say it myself, too. I love you, Pauline. I fell for you the moment I first saw you. I promise, we will meet again. I promise I'll be waiting. Thank you. It's visible in both our eyes. This love, strong enough to wash away all our tribulations, trials and tribulations. The third game in Phoenix Wright. I mean, it's right there, plain as day, each of our eyes. Mine and his. Too bad he's dead, by the way. I guess it's all of this backstory just to make us feel bad, by the way, because he's definitely just dead, by the way. Anyway. Did you hear something? Huh? It sounded like someone's voice. I didn't hear anything. Must have been your imagination. Oh. You want to turn back, lady? Huh? You're looking nervous. I'm just fine. Let's keep moving. Ah, but there is one thing. What? My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. This again. Lady is so distant. I don't like being called that. I wonder if it's like, actually in Japanese, I wonder if they, again, there's like a translation thing, maybe they use like an honorific. Instead of saying lady, he's probably saying, maybe he is actually. Maybe he's saying like Ojo-sama, maybe, in Japanese. Anyway, so call me Pauline. Polly, okay, nickname? How's that? Can I call you Polly? Oh, come on, I'd rather just call me Pauline. I'm an only child, so I've always wanted a younger brother or sister, but Polly makes it sound like I'm the younger one. I'm not your brother, and I'm not a child. You called yourself a kid yesterday, though. It's not what I meant. Oh, fine, you call me Polly. It's not my full name, but I'm glad you're calling me something other than Lady Javi. Yeah, then that's what I'll do. You laughed. What do you say? Oh, I actually skipped. Be quiet. Oh, that's what you say. Be quiet. You're no fun. Well, there's a mansion up ahead, standing on top of the cliff. I can't say why exactly, but I feel like it's something that shouldn't be there. What do you mean? It feels out of place in this area, and something seems off about it. Like it's somehow ethereal. It could disappear at any moment. No, I'm probably just overthinking things. Sorry, that was stupid of me to say. It's okay. We still can't see the mansion Javi's talking about from here, just dense, overgrown forests. For some reason, I can sense that we're approaching it. It's a strange sensation. Anxiety is bubbling out from deep within me, and at the same time, I could feel like I could burst into tears. Not out of fear, but familiarity. Familiarity? I've never been to this country before. Everything I'm seeing is new to me. There's nothing at all for me to find familiar. Weird. Why would she say that? I don't understand. Why then? I'm going to ask you one more time, and are you sure you want to do this? I am. You agreed not to go inside. Don't break that promise. It's okay, don't worry. I'm sorry for putting you through this. I'm making you relive unpleasant memories. But thank you for accompanying me when you have nothing to gain from it. Don't worry, I'll just look around. I'm only searching for a sign he was there. When I'm done, we'll return to the village together. Alright. Okay. Now let's go. We push our way through the dark, dense woods, and then like the world fading into view after a dream, a mansion appears before us. You know, now I'm wondering, like in my head, I'm wondering like, is this mansion... I mean, obviously this mansion is cursed, for one. As like a weird, like supernatural maze surrounding it. But also, does it like move? Because if it hasn't moved, then it should be still, like it should still be in England this entire time, right? Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, so technically, Pauline, she comes from a different country. She came to England, right? Is what she did. I'm just wondering where she's from and everything. Anyway, then the more famous dream appears for us. It rests quietly upon a cliff against a backdrop of an emerald ocean. This is the beast's den. It should by all rights be a magnificent scene, but the blue sky and jade sea clash with the building. It appears alone, isolated precariously from the rest of the world. Yes, this is it. This is the mansion where the beast dwells. Careful not to make any noise, we draw nearer to the house. This inexplicable structure sitting in between the forest and the cliff. The fluttering I feel in my heart does not seem to be caused only by fear of the beast. The weeds and plants growing unchecked around the house are tall enough for Javi to hide in. I imagine that's how he approached the mansion the first time, lurking in the overgrowth. Say, have the people in the village thought about leaving this area? Moving somewhere else, away from the beast's den? Only those with enough savings can do that. Leave without money, you'll just die in a ditch somewhere. Everyone's made their lives here in the village. We have farmland, cattle, and ships. It's not easy to let all that go. Not everyone can just hop on a boat to another country like you, Polly. We're not wealthy. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I know. I was being too harsh. You're just ignorant. You're just a spoiled rich kid. So naive you believe the whole world is this perfect magical place. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're capable of seeing the world like that, there's no reason you should look at it any other way. For as mature as you can be, Javi, you're also rather cynical. Well, pardon me. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, when you said you would take me to your town, that kind of made my day. There's nothing left for me in this village. You'll find plenty of new things, I'm sure. You can even make some friends in my town. After all, you still got a long life ahead of you, Javi. So you should make it a fun one. You make it sound like I'm about to throw myself off a cliff. I didn't mean it like that. We should keep quiet from here out. Okay, got it. As we draw closer to the mansion, I can see the ivy twist across its stone walls. I press my back against the wall and take a few deep breaths. There's a window next to me. If there really is a beef... Or beef? Beef, I'm thinking of beef, I guess. Ham sandwiches. No, if there really is a beast, if there really is a terrible man-eating monster inside, I'm in danger if it catches me. Javi's eyes entreat me not to get any closer. But I have to see. I have to see if there's a mountain of corpses inside these walls. Yeah, I wonder what I wonder what the beast did to all those bodies, by the way. To all his victims. I wonder where they are. I mean, at this point, I guess they're rotting. If there's even the slightest trace of him, I'm just going to have a look. Peek in from outside without being noticed. That's all I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'll go home. Through the window, I see a dimly illuminated hallway. Like the garden, the inside is desolate. But there's still the sense that someone lives here. It's not completely abandoned. Polly. Ah! I see something moving inside the mansion. I hold my breath so whatever it is there does not sense my presence, does not sense my gaze. And then... a shadow whisks by. No. Polly? Hey, Polly! Open up! Please, open the door! Stop it, you idiot! What do you think you're doing? Please, open the door! Polly, you promised me! Have you lost your mind? The only thing in here is a... It's not a beast. Huh? It's not a beast. A beast isn't living in this mansion. You're wrong, it is. There's a beast in there, a bestia. Get away from the door, the beast. It's not a beast. Open the door, open the... I knew it. I knew it. I was right. You're alive. You're alive. You're alive. I never stopped believing. I knew you wouldn't die. Would you? Yukimasa? Wait, huh? Huh? Hey, who? Huh? What's going on? I'm so confused. Yukimasa? Yukimasa? Well, Yukimasa is like a Japanese name, actually. It makes sense, it's a Japanese game. So, like, the merchant is from Japan, maybe. Is that the way it is? Maybe? I don't know. I had faith you were still alive. I wanted to prove it. And I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time I never stopped thinking about you. But wait a minute. Hold on. Chotomate. Wait a minute. Waha? I think I understand. Let's see where this goes, because I think I know what's gonna happen. I never stopped imagining a reunion. Yukimasa, I'm so glad you're alive. Stop it, Polly. Get away from him. That's the beast. No, he has a katana. Oh, that's what the weapon is, by the way. It's a katana. Alright. I thought it was a saber, but it is a katana. You'll kill me. If you don't kill you, I so must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you, you just won't understand. You just won't understand. If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. Kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you. But then... well, okay, we'll see, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, though, what's going on. I think I have an idea, but yeah, I mean, that was my initial thought, though. However, yeah, the beast wasn't really a beast. He was just like a person, but obviously he's acting like a monster by murdering a bunch of people in the first place. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts. Yukimasa, what's wrong? What? What's the matter? It's me, Pauline. I came to find you. I miss you so much. Yukimasa? Sorry, I still don't understand your language. Wait! Where are you going? Stop it, Polly! Don't go after him! Polly! Why are you running away from me? Don't you recognize me? It's Pauline, you're in love. Why? Your katana. Why would you point that at me? You're scaring me. What's gone into you? Hey, what's the matter? Yukimasa, do you know who I am? What happened? You used to be able to speak my language so fluently. Let's talk. What do you say? Put that thing away, please. It's dangerous. What? Why? You cut me? Oh, very bloody. So there you go. I mean, if it's obvious by now, this is the same scene where the beast saw his other, another of his kind, I guess. And for some reason, I guess, I don't know how it works, but like, well, the thing is, okay, so Pauline was the daughter of a person and a foreigner, right? And that foreigner, I guess her father is from, I don't know if it's Japanese, I assume it's Japanese, because Yukimasa, right, and using the katana and everything, so obviously he is Japanese. So her father was Japanese, so Pauline is half Japanese. And so when she came by, Yukimasa saw Pauline and thought that it was a monster, because everyone just assumed he was a monster for some reason. Was everyone just really racist? Is that what it was? I'm not entirely sure, but I guess everyone just assumed he was a beast because he looked different, because he was from Japan. And so everyone was just really racist against Japanese people, maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought, I guess. And so he just associated his appearance as a Japanese person to a monster. And that's why he cut down Pauline, because he thought it was like another monster coming to kill him or something, know, at least that's what he thought, I guess. It's so hot. Why? Yukimasa, it's me. It's Pauline. Open your eyes. Ah! Ah! No, stop. Yukimasa. Please, stop this. Ah! I'm begging you. Ah! Why? Why would you do this to me? Stop it, Yukimasa. Stop this. How about you stop speaking Japanese? You know, he's you see, he's internalized his racism, you see. And that's why he hates the Japanese language, because she keeps speaking it, I imagine. It's not really clear, but I think she's speaking in the native language, I guess. And that's why he's going crazy, because he just associated that language with beast language, I guess. So that's what the language we saw in the very beginning of the story, at least the second story, I guess. After Mel and Nelly, he was just simply speaking Nihongo, you know? That's all it was. It wasn't like really strange like monster sounds. It was actually just simply, you know, Japanese. His blade held high above my head glimmers. Why? He's the beast? Tell me, Yukimasa, did you kill all those villagers? Which reminds me, actually, so the merchant we saw before wasn't her lover, I guess, the one that, you know, it was kind of like I guess a bait, I guess. It was a trick. The one that came by to the beast's house and asked, like, hey, by the way, could I go in? Thanks. By the way, you know, I'm bringing this knife. Someone mentioned something about a beast, so I brought this knife with me, and, you know, oh no, you're killing me. Oh, don't kill me. I have a beloved and everything. He looked very, I don't know if it was the same sprite, but it seemed very similar to, I guess, Yukimasa. But I guess that's not the one that Pauline was looking for. It was actually the beast that she was looking for. And this entire time, I guess, the beast, from the very beginning, might have, I guess, became shipwrecked. So that's the story, I guess. That's the backstory of the beast. He somehow ended up in this village from a shipwreck. I imagine lost his memories, became a beggar, I guess, and everyone was very afraid of him because they did not know what a Japanese person is, I guess. I mean, I don't know. In that time, I mean, colonialism was starting to become a thing, I guess. I think people knew about foreigners like at that time, I feel like, but maybe not in a rural village, you know. Maybe like like very far away from an actual like city. I guess people are not very educated, and so they just assumed that he was like a monster because if it's, you know, because he looks slightly different. He looks like a Japanese person, basically. Anyway, he looks very Asian, and people assumed he was a monster, I guess. I don't know. Did you kill all those villagers? Are you going to kill me? Why? Ah! Okay. Dying sounds. Dying gurgling sounds. Please, stop. Ah! Slash, slash, slash. A lot of slashing. Somehow she doesn't have any use. Slashing wounds though. She's just bleeding out her eyes and mouth, chest. Anyway, it's me, Pauline. Please, open your eyes. Let's go back to town. I never got the chance to ask if you wanted to move to my country. Then we wouldn't have to wait so long to see each other. What do you think, Yukimasa? Burn in hell! Why? Dead. Okay. Tell me why. Naze. What happened here? I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. But I do know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion. Was it? I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you. Actually a beast. I can hear a woman's voice. I can't keep my eyes open. I wonder who she is. It's his new girlfriend, by the way. You got cheated on. Anyway, they seem like they're really close. Did you choose someone else? And you could have just said so. Yeah, you could have said so. You didn't have to like slash me up with your katana. It's a very violent breakup. I wouldn't be angry. We've been apart for so long. But this does kind of hurt, emotionally and also very physically as I lay bleeding to death. It hurts. I can't take it. Just once, could you turn back and say my name? I proved it, that you're still alive. We were lovers, weren't we? So why? You said you wanted a peaceful life. I can't take this. It hurts. So bad. Yuki Masa. I can't take this. Okay. Okay, are you dead now? Alright. No. It's taking very long to die, is all I'm saying. What I want most is to spend a nice, quiet life with you. I don't need anything extravagant. Just an ordinary life, slowly growing older, having 3, maybe 4 children. We'd never fight, and eventually before I knew it, I'd be an old lady. Thinking, it was an uneventful life, but it was the best I could ask for. That's the life I want. And what about you? Yes, I too wish for a peaceful life with you. I guess he forgot about that. Polly, I couldn't... Again. I couldn't do... Okay, well. Things are not going so well for Javi, though, I imagine. Wonder if wasn't there like a whole conversation with the white-haired girl and Yuki Masa, I guess? I don't know if they heard that scream, of the little boy. Master. What is the matter? You look as pale as a ghost. What? I lied to you? I have not told you a single falsehood, Master. About the beast? Oh, well that means you were seeing her memories then. Is that so? That must have been quite difficult to witness. But I assure you I have told you no lies. Bestia was convinced he was a beast. As a servant of this house, it's my responsibility to present my former master to you as he saw himself. This would have been a very different story had you not discovered the truth. A beast meets a white-haired girl and learns humanity. That tale would have been far easier on you, I'm sure. It's already been copyrighted by Disney. But remaining in the dark and seeing the story through his eyes alone, you would not have been able to witness that poor girl's miserable death. And that perhaps would have been better for you. But the reality you observe through her eyes changes the truth of his tale, and it sounds like the visions you had not run in parallel to the events I described for you, but took place slightly earlier in time. Which means that yes, her fate was set in stone well before you ever saw it. I do have to wonder, though, why did Bestia believe the woman to be a beast like him? Perhaps it was because of her hair, eyes, and skin color were similar to his own. The poor young woman who called upon the mansion did indeed resemble Bestia. They were of a similar race. Half of her blood was of the same race as his. But was that the only reason? Would that be enough for him to mistake her for a beast? I have my own theory. His memories may have played a role. I suspect Bestia was afraid the memories from when he was human would cause him to waver. But that's simply my own speculation. Perhaps he had merely lost his grip on reality. How well have you come to understand Bestia, Master? You do appear to think he was an ordinary human who believed himself to be a beast. But where does the line between man and beast truly lie? That I do not know. Master, if like Bestia, you were to lose your memories and endure persecution, degradation until you broke, would you still remember those you care for? Now, our tale is not yet over. The web of misfortune was so tightly, oh so tightly entangled. It could not be unraveled. Let us return now from our memories to the point where we left off in our story. Alright. So I guess that's the twist with this story. I wonder, well, I guess we're gonna be ending this story pretty soon, but I guess after this, I don't know how it's gonna end. Probably even more tragically. I don't imagine. I don't know unless it's gonna go for like. By the way, it's a happy ending. He's fine after killing a bunch of people and his former lover. Don't worry about it. I don't imagine that'll be the case, but I guess we'll see.